It's this one. Awesome. Let me go ahead and make sure everybody. Oh, wait. We're talking. Let's go. I hear noise. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Happy Sunday. Everybody, welcome into Vampire the
Sunday,
Masquerade.
Saturday.
Saturday. Fuck me. Okay.
Surprise.
I apparently don't have enough caffeine in my system. I go get my second energy drink for the day. Happy Saturday. Today is Vampire the Masquerade, brought to you by me, your DM for the morning, Lady of the Briar, aka Amnesia. And we have our two lovely players who've been quite consistent. We apologize, we do not have the full party yet, as one is a new dad and one decided that he wanted to turn around and break both his legs. So he's currently still quite bedridden and hospitalized. Now, as of last session, the members were uh, invited to the Elysium. Elysium is not just an event, it is a place. It is a place of peace, sanctuary, and we should bring... God damn it.
I guess this isn't what they meant when you said to break a leg.
You know what? You're right. Let's break our legs in solidarity to our Joe.
Handicap self in protest.
Handicap self at protest. Well,
Either I'll break your leg if you break mine.
Was this like shooting each other's foot in the military?
Exactly.
we should just like, I don't know, mercy each other. Maybe I'm too old.
It's an Overwatch reference.
No, actually, it is not. It's Stephen King's
Oh.
reference. I believe it's Stephen King. So basically, it is a lady who is renting a room or whatnot to a writer. And what does she do to keep him bedridden? She breaks both of his legs. Anyways.
Oh wait, I think I actually do know this one.
Yeah, with Katie Bates. Katie Bates. Catherine
Yep.
Bates?
Yes,
Catherine
that's
Bates.
the one I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Catherine Bates.
Yeah. I think it's Misery or Mercy. Actually, about the... Well, anyways, Catherine Bates, love her. She is queen. We love her to pieces. But anyways, so like I said, they all went to the Elysium where we can network, connect, meet our neighbors, our fellow kindred, and watch public executions that are only exclusive to Elysium. As they are there, yes, as I said, there was a public execution. Camarilla decided that they wanted to try to get these to do something with the prince to get her out of the way. Prince did not like that. So they became a public display of her power. But in the meantime, they end up meeting lovely people. Say like Roy, meeting him with sweet dear Alice as she is communicating and having a lovely talk about her latest display in her gallery with the lovely Torador, Primogen. Really didn't say much. Then you had Vance, who met up with the very lovely sire that brought him into this world to make him suffer. Some jokes about hands being too small were thrown around.
Sauntered off with his little gay harem.
His little gay harem. And then there was the great meeting, the joy, the display. And then they were brought backstage to meet with the prince by the sheriff himself, Alexander Blackburn. They were given the mission, simply, befriend the strange sister Yvonne. as the prince believed that Roy in particular has a unique charm to him that would bring down the sister would bring down her guard around, since clearly there would be no true alternative motive to his friendship.
They call that Southern comfort.
So they did. They met up with the lovely Yvonne after a lovely display, the being thrown through a portal. I come to find that she's just doing some lovely charity work, basically. There had been a fire of a historically black built church that has been shut down because of the constraints of its damage. That she's been there rebuilding it and helping fix it right back up so that the community can enjoy it once again. Vance, as the detective himself, decided he wanted to go and investigate the church. Couldn't really see too much other than some construction, a dumpster that is used to to dispose of construction scraps, and anything that's damaged is thrown inside. His little fingers came to find some crosses and religious items that were not damaged. Strange. But he could not get himself inside, or he chose not to get himself inside, and went back home to basically tell his other compatriots of his news. Now we are left, and it's the following night, and all has risen as Roy has come to learn that he does not need to live and sleep in a coffin. I need you both to make me a hunger check, please.
We just hit rouse check.
Yep, just hit the rouse check. All right, Roy's hungry. Okay. Why is this looking funny? Hold on, let me refresh the page. The game is private. Must log in. Excuse me?
We left off last session. I did go eat before I went to bed, if I'm not mistaken.
I think you did, but it is the next day though.
It is the next day.
Okay.
Every single night, every start of the night, there is a you must make a rouse check.
I think I just didn't remove one of the pips for hunger. It's at 3 now. Or because because I failed, do I get 2?
No. Do you remember? Okay, you did feed on your herd yesterday.
Yeah.
How many sticks of hunger did you want to feed from your herd? You could feed multiple pips. It does give it. No, I will let you know. Feeding does do damage to your herd. Regardless, it's gonna happen.
I just wanted to
But
get rid of the 2.
you just want to get rid of 2? Okay, so you can feed from your herd up to the 2 pips, no problem. If you just go after one and then you feed from another, you can definitely do that. You can feed up to 2. However, rousing tonight will give you a point of hunger. So you can start off have 2 pips of hunger at this point.
Yep. That's good. All right.
There we go. Okay, I need to add your character's pictures to this. Let me go ahead and bring up your... I'll do that later. And I need Vance up, just so I can have you guys up. All right. It is a new night. There's no rain this evening, as it has now completely, rained itself out. But it's a quiet summer night in Memphis. You can hear the crickets outside, cricking, doing their little noise. I know we're also in the south. I need to confirm this. Another deep in the south is pretty much a good chunk. Okay. All right, cool. And it's not cicada season. So you just hear crickets and the noises of the city outside. Let's start with you, Vance. You have discovered a bit of clues regarding the church and Sister Yvonne, though some of it you're not quite clear of what it's telling you, other than it's suspicious. What are you doing this evening?
Vance is just kind of sitting on the couch of the coterie, just pondering things, just kind of planning his next move, uh, knowing that Roy essentially has got himself something of a date with Yvonne to get more information for the prince. So he's just kind of figuring out what he wants to do next in regards to that.
Okay.
So he's just sitting on the couch with a cup of coffee and just pondering.
Okay.
You can see his
So,
forehead wrinkling a little bit.
mm, yeah, I know that expression, kind of like right there between the brows. It kind of furls up a little bit. I do that exact same expression. When I concentrate, like my mother will immediately, like I'm just saying this overall. My mother of the Briar will immediately look at me going, "Why are you concentrating and focusing so hard?" And I go, "What?" And she goes, "You're doing that brow thing again." And I'm like, "Fuck off," and I move on. So I get it. It's like that kind of like you bring the brow a little bit closer and it kind of scrunch up a little bit, and it kind of makes that little forehead divot. But
Mhm.
yes, you're concentrating, you're thinking, and you're right. Roy said he would go and meet with Sister Yvonne at the church. Mm-mm. And you sit there and you ponder, Roy, it is the new night, and you are supposed to meet up with the Sister Yvonne at the church to
Yep.
kind of figure out and let her show you her new project and to bring, clarity of her her quote unquote religion. And uh, I'm assuming, would you be up and about at this point?
Yeah, yeah. I gotta take care of Aurelio.
Ah, that's right, the puppy.
Yep.
Vance, you hear the sounds of the little yipping puppy that Roy does keep in the house. You hear the sounds of little feet patter on the hardwood flooring as it is like feed me time because you guys have been asleep all day long and the puppy just has no one to play with during the day except for Ophelia. So he's barking excitedly.
I know, Shug. You hungry? We'll get you fed up here in a moment.
I'm gonna mimic what my dog in this house does. So as soon as Aurelio gets to be left out, he goes darting and running around the house, trying to wake up and greet every single person in the house. As he comes to the, I guess, the living space, the main room, where Vance is concentrating, Vance, you get a little body leap onto your lap. Magically, it misses your balls. This is from experience with a little dog. Um, and he is wiggling and excited in your lap, telling you good morning, even though it's not morning, but it's morning for you guys.
Vance will go ahead and put down his coffee, and he'll entertain the dog a little bit. He'll pick him up and just kind of scratch him behind the ears. Kind of he does like the kind of one arm cradle with him,
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of scratch his chest.
As you do that, he starts to kind of like he gets a little happy feel, hyperactive, and the hyper wiggle, and then all of a sudden he wiggle, and he like slips out from your arms, lands back onto your lap, and then just bolts it back over to Dad, basically.
He probably hears the food tinkling into his bowl and is just all for it.
Like, yes, food.
Oh boy,
Ha-
it's got the zoomies.
Yeah, it usually does around this time. Kind of feel bad for him, made him all nocturnal and such, but
Not much you can do on that front.
nope, ain't that right, really you? And pat the pup and look over to Vance. Well, I hate to ask this, but I'm gonna end up going to that church.
As you should. Shouldn't leave
Thought
a
you might
lady
have.
waiting like that.
Yeah, I figure as much. Keep an eye on Aurelio if possible. He looks like he might have chewed up one of his toys. Might be a little bit yippy tonight.
You're gonna leave me behind for babysitting?
Somebody gotta look at Aurelio. Six has
I
been asleep
suppose
for
so.
a good while yet.
Very well. Let me know how it goes.
Will do. I'll dial you on the rotophone here.
Really wish you'd use something a little bit more advanced. Like,
It's
don't get me
advanced.
wrong.
It's advanced. It opens and closes. You should see this. Watch. Ready? He just takes it off his belt, pulls it open, and closes it and lights up. See? Easy as pie.
Sometimes I forget that despite me being sired at an older age, I'm still a youngster amongst this group.
Yeah, you'll get there. Keep your head up, sport.
Have fun, lover boy.
Yeah, we'll do. Start heading to the church.
All right. So you do travel your way through Memphis. Assuming you call a cab.
How far is it? He can't just walk there.
I mean, you definitely could. There's
Yeah,
no.
he'll walk. Go for a
Okay.
nightly stroll.
All right.
Also, are we going for the impression that both Vance and Roy are going to this? Because I thought we were setting up for Vance to stay at home, but I'm assuming this is going to be a main event, so probably best that Vance come along somehow.
You might stalk him. You bring
I think
around.
that's actually what I'm going to do. Vance is going to Vance is going to go ahead and leave the dog in Ophelia's care, and he's gonna go ahead and sneak out. He's gonna transform into his wolf dog form and just kind of stake him out.
As you leave the stakeout, you will look behind you to close the door, and you'll see Ophelia using her wraithy, ghostly telekinesis to toss a ball, and the puppy chases it.
Much better babysitter than me. Knew I
Really
could
is the
count on you,
mascot.
bitch.
Let's go.
And to any newcomers that come in, Ophelia is the ghost that haunts the haven that the vampires watch over. She is a silent ghost until there's something she doesn't like. But yes, she's gonna watch over the puppy. You're gonna trail. You're gonna tail Roy at this point. Roy, do you want to keep an eye on your surroundings as you take your nightly stroll?
Nah, it's just a quick old jaunt down to the church. I should be fine, just kind of
Okay.
walking about, enjoying the night air, as one does.
Okay. Trying to remember the church. Okay. If I'm not mistaken, it was the Claiborne Temple. Yes, it's the Claiborne Temple. Okay. So you take your time strolling when you come across finally to a stoned old church, known as the Claiborne Temple. So it's anybody who would know Claiborne Temple is the second Presbyterian church. It's a historic place in Memphis, Tennessee. It was built originally in 1891, and it became quite the location for a lot of the freed slave movement and everything like that. It's quite known into Black history within the city of Memphis. However, in some recent events that actually happened in IRL, the church has been permanently closed due to a fire that broke out in the church and caused severe damage in structure and everything. So it's no longer a mm, attended church as it used to be. However, here in Memphis by night, the Sister Yvonne has now taken over the church. She has started its restoration and rebuilding to bring it back to its life. Roy, you've arrived at this church late at night. There are scaffolding. There are, like I said, a dumpster on the side where debris is thrown into. There are stacks of wood that are left outside, covered up in plastic to prevent any kind of wear from any damage, from any like weather damage, to be used in the construction of the property. And you come to the big doors in the front.
Well, just go ahead and open them up.
All right. The church is unlocked. There is some life within the building.
Life or unlife?
Mhm. Well, you definitely see your Sister Yvonne. So there is definitely some unlife within the building where she is standing giving some instructions to a couple of handymen who are building new benches within the chapel.
Just if it hasn't made a whole bunch of noise already, I'll just knock on the door just to be certain.
Okay. Yvonne is standing in her place and she immediately looks into your direction as you knock and goes, "Oh, well, I didn't think you'd actually arrive."
You did say to meet you here, did you not?
That is true. I am sorry for the mess. We are still doing quite a bit of construction. Sadly, yesterday we had to stop due to the Elysium, but today we are back on our game, trying to make this place as back to its original as possible.
When she mentions Elysium, are the handymen still around?
Yes, you do see some handymen. You see
Are
two. They're
they
currently working on building new benches.
they got a ticker to them or
Hmm. Roll me what's insight, please.
wisdom insight? Sec
Mm.
here. Where's this at?
I gotta chat. There it is. 3 success. Not bad at all. Um, as you notice them, they're not they're like 10, 15 feet away from Yvonne, and they definitely have their tickers. They have a rosiness to their cheeks. Um, you have one of Hispanic descent, the other one is definitely African American, and they do have a bit of life to them, so they appear to be human.
Raise an eyebrow, but otherwise keep quiet on the fact. All right. So, what do you want to talk about here?
Oh, well, um, well, I asked if you wanted to come and see what I was, how we've been doing, and you wanted to know a little bit more about my religion.
Yeah, I got some interest.
Good.
Also,
Well,
while this conversation is happening, Vance is in his wolf dog form, just kind of posting himself within listening distance, kind of
yeah.
masking himself as like a stray dog.
Okay. Well, sadly, I will let you know. Uh, you could look like a stray dog. You are not a stray dog. You do not have the perks that werewolves have. So you cannot look anything less like a wolf. So you're gonna look like a wolf.
All right.
um,
Well, it's nighttime and it's
yeah, yeah.
you can just hang around in the bushes.
Okay, that's perfectly fine. So you're gonna try to keep an eye out, an ear out when it comes down to the conversation inside.
Hmm.
Okay.
He'll be kind of spectating if new people kind of move into the move near the church or in and out. So he's keeping tabs on every the surroundings.
My apologies about that. All right, so you're hiding in the bush. I'm so sorry. I didn't hear the last part. I'm so sorry. I had somebody behind me.
Oh, he's just kind of keeping tabs about um, like who's going in and out of the church and what's nearby. So
Okay.
he's got his head on a swivel.
All right, so you're just keeping an eye. So far that you're aware of, there's nothing going on other than what's inside the building. To just to keep an eye, give me a single wit awareness roll for me, Vance.
Okay.
I am keeping it on mind that you are in wolf form.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Nice.
Good job. So, with that three, I'm gonna keep in mind of what's going on. So what you can hear. You can hear definitely some hammering. You hear some movement within inside the building. One of the windows is an old glassine window that has been damaged. So there is a crack and hole that allows audio from the inside. No one's trying to be quiet inside. Okay,
Mhm.
so you can pretty much hear a good chunk of the conversation.
Especially not Roy's loud ass.
Vance is banking on the fact that Roy is going to be repeating important stuff just out of his own
Curiosities.
interest. Yeah, it's like no secrets here. I got the biggest megaphone in all of Memphis.
I both love and hate how accurate that may be.
An undead walkie-talkie.
Oh my god, he is an undead walkie-talkie. You're right.
I love so much how Vance is like relying on Roy's charming stupidity as like a tool for his own ambitions.
So inside, Yvonne is uh will kind of walk you around the church as you see that there has been several constructions. Um, damaged areas have been cleared out. Bricking is getting put back in. The benches are being all rebuilt. The altar itself is going to be rebuilt as well as it was severely damaged in the fire. So, what did you want to know?
What you got going on here? Like, you mentioned your religion was different. You got stuff going on there. I just wanted to know more.
Hmm. Well, start asking
We
and
talked a lot
may.
of. All right. Well, what's your view on all this?
On what?
On life, eternity, afterlife, whatever you guys consider it to be.
Afterlife. Afterlife is for humans. Only those who are chosen by the saint of our kind can have some form of eternity.
Saint of our kind. Now,
Yes.
elaborate on that. Expand on that. Who's the saint of our time?
We call him the saint. He is a being created by the machine.
By the machine.
Yes.
Y'all
He
taking orders from
he
computers.
well, we all do in a sense. Vampires wouldn't exist without the machine.
Now, machine made vampires. I just want you to like run me
Here,
through this.
I'll run it in more simpler terms. God. You call it God. Many creatures call it God. The saint does not. The saint knows its true name.
The saint calls it a machine,
Yes.
like an automobile.
Much more complex than our own mortal minds could ever perceive. And I do include
So
myself.
fair enough. Who you said you had a saint
Yes.
that what does he do for you guys in this instance? What is his stage in the step? I guess is he like a priest or almost or something like that?
He is among us. Just right now lost. He's been around since for a very long time. And he finally broke the heavens and took form a long time ago. He came to guide our kind. To give
So
guidance, to ensure that everyone had power of their own, of equality, that no
mm,
one would be weak.
it definitely sounds good. That's for sure.
Yes,
But it's just one guy doing all this.
just one being.
Okay. So he wants to give everybody power, makes it all equal. I can stand for that. What's what are his rules? His commandments or tenets? Everybody's got something.
Hmm. That weakness should never exist. Power above all, and his word is final.
That's
It's a little bit more complex. His stories were always written in word, in song, and lyric. However, I've been trying to find his temple for a very, very long time. But to my bay, I've just have not been able to find it.
so. Just let me run this by you real quick here. There's a priest who wants to give everybody equality in their power. However, he believes that weakness should not exist, but that power should rule above all.
I told you it's a
That
little more
doesn't seem.
it seems a bit more complex.
Mm,
I can't give all our secrets, now can I? How
well, I
do
can't see
I?
why that'd be secret.
Maybe because people who show such curiosity suddenly without true idea of what they're asking is what's the word? Suspicious?
Suspicious.
Yes, suspicious.
Kind of suspicious because you hold for me.
Why suddenly the drive to understand what my my religion? Why did you suddenly approach me with a room full of other individuals, other kindred that have more peacock aura, that draw more attention, who have more quirks?
Well, I grew up in a religious household. Not often you see a nun walking around, well, common folk, especially common folk who don't age, drink blood.
There's actually a Malkavian who does, in fact, like to walk around like a nun.
Ain't never met them before in my life.
Mm, they're in, from what I've even heard, anyways. I've not met them. I don't really have a lot of enjoyment of being around others, of other people's faiths, who like to call themselves ex- above all. At least those of fake faith,
As for my curiosity, I just never heard of yours before.
of course, because it's older than Christianity. I mean, there was the pagans for so long in the world, and what did the Christianity want to do with them?
They were obviously either assimilated or absolved, one or the other.
So, what is the risk of us bringing ourselves so much into the light? What would happen?
Well, it's not exactly the Crusades no more. People more or less either believe there is something up there, or they believe there is not something up there.
That's true.
And if you lack the conviction to stand behind your faith, well, that's less power to you.
That is true. And what would you go if you were able to go to these believers and tell them exactly what they worship?
Well, it's not up to me to tell them what they worship. They worship what they want to believe. That's kind of the whole focal point of religion.
I guess the biggest difference between theirs and ours is that ours is actually here. Ours is actually does love us.
Well, there are a lot of claims like that. Yeah.
That's true. Those false prophets who think that they speak of their deity or speak for their deity and their deity speaks to them.
At the threat of sounding like a broken record, there are also claims of that as well.
But what if your deity could stand right in front of you? Stand right before you. Show his true self.
Ma'am, I hate to tell you, but I lost religion a long time ago.
That is much like the world. The idea of faith and belief has, in fact, died down in the modern age. Now it's more of a spiritualism, which is interesting, and atheism for believing, but due to technology being so far advanced, that we can explain away faith and miracles.
Mm.
This world has been so convoluted with disbelief. It's quite sad, actually.
What would you have them believe in?
I can't make anyone believe in anything. It's not my job. My job is just to continue my duties. Help those that need help, defend the weak, and honestly, I made it a personal goal to try to bring back the beauty that was once in Memphis when I was a child. Before I was turned, of course.
And when would that have been?
You know, you should never ask a woman her age.
That's the thing. I thought it was more or less the weight.
No. I was turned around the creation of Memphis. I was there when the railroads were built. I was there when the boats came. I've been around a long time. I've just been kind of hidden away. It's only recent that I decided to come out of the shadows so that I can bring some light after some issues that Memphis has had. Unnecessary fires and war and bodies and walking amongst the city. I
Right.
guess that is
So,
one thing that I agree with the prince. There has to be order. There's too much chaos.
what or through which means do you think?
Proper leadership is definitely needed. And signs of shows of power is probably also another bet. It just not necessarily to bring fear, but to bring knowledge of what your leadership can do for you.
Might makes right.
Mm.
For a religion that seems to propose equality, that seems to be a common theme amongst Almost all of them,
What?
including yours. Might makes right.
Might does make right.
Not always. Power isn't everything.
No. That's when you have faith in that power.
Well, then how does he expect to make everybody equal?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that question?
How does he expect to make everybody equal
Hmm.
if there's still going to be some form of power hierarchy? Is it him who stands at the top? He who can only talk to the machine?
Oh, no, he does not speak with the machine.
Doesn't speak with the machine.
No. Who can really speak to the machine? It's a machine.
So what did you really bring me out here for?
I invited you to see.
I see. You got some nice fellas helping you out here with the construction work late into the night.
They do
Are they
help.
believers?
Kind of. They were some individuals I found who needed help. No one else would help them, so I gave them shelter. I gave them work. She kind of looks over to the two men over on the other side of the room, so they're not listening in on the conversation. They were never given a chance. And when they were given a chance, they were basically beaten like a dog and left by the own, the very people that they sought to protect. So that's just how they're doing, trying to give life to this church again, so that people could visit, see inside.
Hmm.
Do you find anything that I'm doing wrong?
Say?
I said, do you find what I'm doing here wrong?
No, rebuilding the church like this is always nice. Little piece of history brought back to life never hurt nobody.
No. Soon it'll bring people in. Maybe bring some light into their life. Maybe it'll bring enough light into the life that my saint can be found.
I wish you the best of luck in that search. But you're gonna find it's gonna be hard to find people who want to follow along if you ain't telling them the whole story.
My saint had people betray them. People that he had trust in. People that he helped. But they betrayed him in the end. You understand why I am hesitant of explaining everything.
Imagine there's some sort of trauma there. Yeah.
How about this? On the next new moon, I do a prayer. When there is no light in the night, I do prayer for my saint. You're more than welcome to join me. It'll be here in the basement. I don't want to mix too much of my own prayer to the prayers of those who built this place, so I keep it as separate as possible.
I'll take you up on that. Always interested to learn more about a new budding religion.
Good. If you ever want to come by, the church is always open to the public. Well, at least to invited public. We don't want people coming in here getting hurt. It's the last thing anybody needs.
Right, right. Yeah, no, we'll I'll make a stop in.
She'll reach into her pocket and she's going to hand you a small talisman, like a pendant. And you'll see it is the shape of a circle. And then there is some kind of symbol carved into it's actually all made of wood. It's a circle with the symbol carved in. I will send you that symbol in just a moment. But she hands that to you. Just in case if you ever want to reach out.
Yeah, sure, I'll keep in mind. He'll stick that in his pocket and well, I got a Pomsky pup back home who's probably gnawing at the furniture already. I'll catch you another time.
Have a good night, Mr. Sapes.
You as well, Yvonne. You as well.
She will go back to the gentlemen who are currently doing some work. They've been doing a lot of measurements and cutting and sawing and sanding. And she's going to give them some form of physical help. So you leave the church, I'm assuming?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I've got a kitten in my face. He's wanting so much love while I'm doing this. Such a good boy. All right. Vance, you notice after hearing, you heard much of what's being said. Um,
Hmm.
much of it. Not all of it, but much. And you see Roy leaving the church now, walking in the night, beneath the night sky. And the busy street lamps along, or the bright street lamps on the sidewalk.
Vance is actually going to hang around a little longer and see if he can figure out a way to look into the basement.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
so he's going to maintain his wolf dog form for the time being and just kind of scout out a little more because I'm assuming he overheard the part where he was talking about they were talking about the basement being like the crux of this place in terms of Yovan's stuff. So he wants to get a little bit more information on that.
Okay. Roll me what's awareness again, just for to get a night. Actually, make it what's investigation for me.
What's an investigation?
Yep. Okay. Today is threes, guys. Are we going 333? We're seeing some divine intervention here. Sorry, Trinity.
I'm not sure if that's good or bad.
fun fact, as I like dabble into many religions, three is quite common amongst all. Um, life, life, uh, creation, life and death, and you know, it's quite. I like number three. So you go around to explore. Now, as you're kind of wandering the property as your wolf self, you do notice with a three success that there is in fact a chain cellar door in the back of the building, kind of hidden from not necessarily from view, but just from the public itself.
Okay. Is it accessible?
It is chained.
Okay.
So,
Is there a lock on there at all?
yes, there is.
Ah. I'm thinking of my next move here.
Mhm.
Because everyone else is still in the church, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Yvonne is still you can hear the sounds of saws going off. There are people inside the church itself.
Vance is going to go ahead and take a little note of this, and he's going to go ahead and start making his way back to the house and start developing a little plan
Okay.
that he could potentially see if he can get Roy to help out on. And also potentially look up a couple of internet tips on lockpicking.
Okay. An old cop who doesn't have a point in larceny.
Is there a larceny thing in the skills?
Yeah, it's under
Oh, there
fire.
isn't. Yeah.
Yeah, there is under firearms. Larceny
All
is
right.
raking in. Just gonna
I'll
let you
be
know.
completely honest. I didn't know what larceny meant. So, whoops.
That's on brand for a cop.
I don't think I've ever met a cop who does not know how to at least do a basic lock picking. Just basic.
Well,
Not.
luckily Vance is a little bit more adept in the internet than Roy, so
You
he's
know
gonna go ahead
what?
and take advantage of that.
That is true.
It is very funny, despite the fact that Vance looks older. He definitely is the youngster.
How do I use this Google thing? Sorry. What is the Google? The tactic, as Theodosia used last session. I can look more into this tactic.
Plugged a mouse directly into the wall.
Yes, you did. You did draw. You did plug in a mouse directly into the wall. That's hilarious. So you head back to the. Yeah, Vance has the power of internet and the anime on his side.
I do.
So you head back to the house. Roy, you definitely beat Vance by a few minutes. And Roy, you arrive and you do see there is a satin pillow, and you see as not Yvonne, fuck, I got Yvonne in my brain. Ophelia is right now trying to tug the pillow out of the little puppy's mouth without trying to hurt him. And
Aurelio, you know better than that. You can't touch them pillows. Come here, boy.
there are, by the way, down feathers everywhere.
What is a mess? Aurelio, you should know better than this. Who raised you?
The puppy gets down, like uh brings his butt up, his arm, his head down onto the ground. He's wiggling his tail, and he yips and barks.
Yeah, figured as much. If only your namesake was half as rebellious as you were. Come here, pup. I'll pick him up and walk him off to a different area so I can clean up all the feathers. Give me a moment, Ophelia. I'll be around to clean it up in just a sec.
You see, as Ophelia is now making a circle telekinetically with her wraith powers, making a circle with the feathers, and almost perfect of every single feather to make a perfect circle. And she stands in the middle, looking at the circle as you come back.
Philly,
She looks up.
actually, it might be a good chance here. Does it look familiar to you? Take the little wooden thing out of his pocket and show it to her.
Okay, so a little bit of I didn't write, I didn't draw the symbol down. I have it in my head. So what is a circle? And then it looks like it could be a Y with a few extra little kind of like lines throughout the Y. And immediately as she sees it, she immediately goes wide eyed and she bolts it. She's gone.
That's some recognition. He'll put it back in his pocket and clean up the circle.
Vance
Yeah.
Vance comes in right around the time that that happens, and it's like, well, that's an interesting reaction.
Yeah, that Yvonne, she's I've talked with cult leaders before. I've talked with people involved in cults before. She makes them look like model citizens who have fully passed their psych evaluations.
Certainly isn't the most normal thing for a typical religion to have their worship in the basement of another religion's main building.
Or he just kind of stops for a second, looks up at Vance, and tilts his head to the side. When did you become a mind reader?
The other day I decided it was a little bit boring to do babysitting and, well, I guess do different babysitting. Turned out well for me.
Makes sense why you weren't here then. Fair enough.
Mm-hmm. Might I say, though, not too bad. I give it a solid 7 out of 10 in terms of overall Riz.
Riz. What is that? Soda pop?
Sure, let's go with that. Anyways, looking forward to your next date. Mind if I take a look at that little talisman of yours?
Uh, yeah, sure. Have a gander. I'm
Vance takes
assuming
the Vance is gonna take the talisman and he's gonna kind of take a look at it himself to see if he recognizes anything off of it. I doubt I
Uh
will because I have no pips in occult.
yeah, um you could totally do a wits awareness. Not wits awareness, I'm sorry, wits history. No, intelligence history or intelligence occult.
Let's see. Let me find where all my shit is. There's a history one. Where's that?
I'm sorry, academics. My apologies. I've also had D&D on the brain lately.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So you said intelligence academics.
Intelligence academics or intelligence occult. Please tell me which one you're rolling.
I'm gonna do intelligence academics, and I did have a specialty in the academics. Does that get added in?
What was your specialty again?
I don't know what it exactly it was, but I remembered you said to add it on last session.
Yeah, you should have a specialty. Well, you have it right here. It'll tell me exactly. Your specialty is, um, did you name your specialty?
No, there wasn't really any description on it. You just said to toss one in. If there's actually not supposed to be anything there, then we'll take it off later.
You need to have a specific specialty. So you
Yeah,
can
I have specialty in other stuff, but for some reason that's there.
what
Well, forget it.
what kind of, no, you have to have one for your pip. So, if you're thinking about Vance, what kind of specialty would they have in with regarding academics? You could have like literature, you could have like modern history, you can have true crime, you can have anything that deals with forms of academics.
We'll go ahead and say his academics is in history because, like,
Are we talking ancient
Memphis.
history or are we talking modern history?
We'll say more along the lines of like modern history, like very much like
Okay,
American history,
I'm gonna do it.
specifically centered around
No,
like
let's go.
Memphis, especially.
You want American history? We'll go ahead and do that. We'll do American history.
All right.
I went on ahead and edited it.
Okay.
So, yeah, go ahead and roll me your intelligence academics, and because this is also part of American history, and see if there's anything dealing with that. Go ahead and roll also with with that specialty. You
Okay.
should be able to select it when you go to roll.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay. For a 2. Okay. So with a 2 success, nothing really comes up with the symbol. You do not recognize the symbol at all, even in anything of your within your memory. There's nothing that it can come that you notice at all.
Hmm. Nothing I've ever seen before. But it does seem that we do have someone here that does. I'm gonna have a little chat with our resident specter. And he hands it back. He hands the talisman back over to Roy, and he starts making his way to follow Ophelia. Right before he exits the room, though, he's gonna turn over his shoulder. By the way, you happen to know a thing or two about lockpicking?
Oh, but I could kick a door down pretty quick.
I was hoping we'd have a more delicate way of doing this, but no
Roy
one
just
knows
kind
enough
of like, Roy just kind of like looks down at his build. Man, so you know I wasn't built for delicate.
Fair enough. Anyways, go ahead and get yourself prepped up for your next date. Looking forward to it. And he's gonna make his way over to Ophelia.
Avilia, okay, she's nowhere to be seen. She can make herself invisible to anybody who cannot see spirits. So, are you gonna call? Would you like to call her out?
Yeah, he's gonna try and Vance is gonna try and get the attention of Ophelia. So yeah, he'll call to her.
Okay, roll me. To get her out of hiding, it's gonna have to be charisma persuasion.
All right, I do at least have a few pips in that. If I can find it, there we are. I'll try willpower on that.
Okay.
It's not showing me like the dice squares on my end for some reason.
To re-roll it,
So yeah, so it's
I'll do
telling
it.
me I can roll an up to 7. Wait,
Uh,
what?
no, I'll do it. I'll help you out.
Okay, yeah.
There you go. So 3 successes. With the 3 success, immediately Ophelia will appear directly in front of you. She'll just like fade right, like boom, boom. There she is, and she is like staring up at you through her hair.
I don't really find myself all too social with you. About time we had a little friendly conversation. And he plops himself over on a nearby couch. Care for a little talk?
Um, have you ever seen like ghost movies where the ghost would move very quickly in front of you, but it's like you see them walking, but it's like extremely quick.
Yeah.
That's what she does, and she's in front of you.
I'll take that as a yes. So actually, I should also ask: does Ophelia like communicate at all,
She has
or does she just?
never spoken a word. this
All right.
entire time. However, there was one person who could.
Who was that?
Roy would know. But only one person has ever spoken with Ophelia or has ever communicated verbally with Ophelia.
All right. Well, Vance has her attention right now, so
Yes.
he's at least going to try and get some information off of body language, if anything.
That
And
is true.
given his time as a cop, I imagine he can figure a few things out. So, interesting reaction to that little coin that Roy had. What's up with that?
Her eyes will go wide again. And even though she doesn't need to breathe, she starts having like her chest, she starts kind of like heaving in and out very quickly, almost like in the form of a panic attack.
Fascinating. Not necessarily a good thing, though.
She immediately shakes her head. Not like saying, not necessarily no in a sense, but it definitely is there a no. But it's almost like very widely back and forth, going from one shoulder to the other with her head facing downward.
I'm gonna try something here.
Okay.
Uh, Vance is gonna pull out a piece of paper and a pencil out of like a nearby drawer and set it on like the mantelpiece in front of her and see if she can like draw anything to kind of describe. Tell me what you know.
Do you guys ever use the fireplace?
Uh, yeah, every once in a while.
Where do you get the paper from? Is there a stack of
Uh,
papers?
he pulls it out from a drawer next to the next to the couch he's on.
She'll take the pencil that you put down, and you see as that pencil cracks and crumbles up, and watching as it falls to the ground. Ophelia can't make physical contact. She is a specter. She is a ghost. So what she decides to do is that you see as a the drawer with all the papers come out and start flying out and about. And by the way, the lights of the house are starting to flicker. Roy, you see this. The lights, all of the lights, the lamps, the ceiling lights, everything starts to flicker as immediately all this paper starts to plaster onto the single wall in front of you. And whatever that is rubbing against it, it's almost like it took the lead from the pencil, crumbled it up, and now it is making a shape. And it's like a finger paint. Like somebody put their hand in charcoal and starts rubbing. And it's like it's making a oval shape, but as it is, it's going to make almost like the shape of a head and neck in black. And then immediately there is a small knife, sorry, small shears, and it is going to come at you, Vance. it is going to if you're going to dodge it, I need to know now.
He'll dodge it.
As you do, it's still gonna nick you just enough to get a little bit of your blood. Does not do too much damage. Honestly, it's like a paper cut.
Mm.
And the blood that is going to be spearing, you can feel as if a hand puts itself onto the wound, or like say it's like the arm, nothing too bad. And it starts to smear the blood where the eyes and the mouth is. And you are left now with a papered mache drawing and charcoal and lead and blood of a man in black with red eyes and mouth of blood.
What in the Sam hell did you just do?
Well, certainly better than nothing. Also, glad you came in here. Having a little talk with Ophelia in regards to that little talisman. Seems she's willing to discuss.
You're cleaning that up.
Fine by me. Anyways, what do you think? And he points over to the drawing.
Slenderman's twisted cousin.
Does Vance can Vance make anything out of this drawing that pertains to anything? Does it have
Um,
any is it recognizable to him at all?
I'm gonna go with your last roll. Of your unless you want to make a new roll, you're more than welcome. It'll have to be intelligence. Um, it's gonna have to be
Intelligence
intelligence.
academics?
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and do another roll on this one.
Okay.
I feel like the last roll was kind of trash. Let me do that.
Okay.
God, that was lame as the last one. All right, fine.
There's always you have so many willpowers.
All right, I'll go for another willpower reroll on that
Okay, I'll just to point that out. Do not.
because Vance wants information,
Okay.
and I'll ask. Are you able to do it on my
Oh yeah,
for
I
me
can do
on
it.
your end?
Yeah, I'll do it for
Excellent.
you. No problem.
So I'm still trying to figure out what's going on with
Uh, I know
Forge right
roll
now.
20 has been having some. Not roll 20. Fuck. I mean, no, roll 20. Forge has been having some issues. If you need to, and it's not letting you do any proper. So far, it's letting you roll. That's good. But
Okay.
closing out of your browser entirely and reopening it sometimes does help.
Okay. All right, but I will take that.
All right, so that's a 3. Not necessarily. You can't really figure it out on that one, but if you do there's nothing really notable about this to be in form of history. Um However, you are getting a little closer look and it does look like the drawing does have fangs.
All right. Vampire man of some sorts. He looks over to Ophelia. What's so important about him?
And then she starts to draw the symbols in blood. The same symbol that you produced. And she immediately vanishes. And the lights start to kind of come back to normal. The electricity doesn't flicker.
Hmm.
Well, something tells me that this might just be Miss Yvonne's ex. She is entirely deranged.
Maybe not even an X, but wonder if this might be her saint. What's concerning is that Ophelia seems to know quite a little bit about it.
Yeah, it does seem a bit weird, doesn't it?
I've gotten all the information
Well,
I need out of it. I'll let you talk to her any further if you happen to be able to catch her ear. But for now,
we might
we
want to
know quite a bit.
we might want to talk to the prince. She is the one that stuck us here in this place with Ophelia. She's also the one who wants us to investigate this young lady.
I'll go ahead and
What are the chances she
arrange
might know
myself an
something?
audience. Does Vance have any way of contacting the prince to relay information about this?
Um, other than you could go to the prince, which Roy knows where the prince is or prince lives, or where her office resides. She did not give you a form of contact other than that.
All right.
I want to get us one of them Ubers. We can probably still make it tonight yet.
Sounds good for me. Let's go for a walk.
It's a bit far for a walk. You might want to get us a Uber.
I meant to say let's take a trip, so that was my bad.
Take a trip on
Anyways, yeah,
a rocket
Vance
ship
will go ahead and
into the
Vance
sky.
will go ahead and schedule an Uber for to meet up with the prince.
Okay. So the prince's office is located in Nashville, which is about 2.5, 3 hours away.
Hmm.
So you guys do, in fact, get an Uber. We're gonna do a random, just because. Try to think of which kind of vehicle I could do.
Also, while the vehicle's being scheduled, Vance is going to go ahead and start taking some pictures of the thing that Ophelia put together, just so he can bring it along for the meeting.
You know what? Fuck it. You're gonna Kia Telluride.
Those are actually kind of roomy in the back.
I'll be
Vance won't have to
nice.
sit in my lap.
All right. So you take pictures, you prep yourself, and then you end up going to Nashville. You're gonna head your way to the main building where Roy you have been multiple times or twice now. Um, and you meet the nice young lady in the front again at the front desk.
Howdy. Howdy.
Oh, hello, Mr. Stapes. It's been a little bit.
Need to go up and see the boss lady.
Was she expecting you? And she goes go through the computer trying to see if there's an appointment.
Yeah. She's expecting us. No worries there.
Hold on 1 second. Hello, Marcelo. She calls on her phone. Mr. Stapes is here. Uh, okay. Okay. Right away. And she hangs up her phone. Go ahead and just take the elevator up. Mr. Marcelo will be meeting you at the elevator.
Thank you much.
Of course. It's nice seeing
Come
you
on,
again.
Vance. Nice seeing you as well.
All right. So you guys take the elevator upward, and it's quite nice. Now, this is the back elevator that exclusively meets up to the large penthouse office that held the prince. As you get up, you see the Spaniard, who is often on either side of the prince, along with the sheriff. He will see all of you, and he goes, "Well, I wasn't expecting any of you to show up today."
Yeah, got some progress. Figured we'd
Are
stop in. Give
and
y'all an update.
interesting. Well, the princess is on her way. She was doing her nightly feeding.
Well, shit. That's a surprise.
Yes. So, um, please have a seat.
Please.
Have a seat.
Ah, yep. And plop down in one of the empty chairs.
Oh,
Vance, these are the scary people we dealt with some time ago.
I recognize him. Vance isn't gonna sit. He's just gonna kind of lean up against a chair. He feels like he's been sitting all day while he was kind of camping out by the church.
all right. Shortly after you guys sit down, he hands you a glass of wine. This wine in particular can be consumed. It does contain blood.
Can't.
It can be consumed.
Was the blood given consensually?
I don't know. Uh,
Does Vance get a glass of this one too?
yes, you both get one.
Vance is gonna do a little sniff just to kind of see what kind of blood it is.
Wait a minute. Can I even have stuff that I. Let's see. Um, does this blood have methamphetamines in it?
Pardon?
Does this blood have methamphetamines in it?
It's alcoholic.
I'd have to do a. I have that clan bane about feeding from stuff that's not in my or not my palate.
I mean, even if it's something that you can still consume, it will not like be what you're looking for. But again, like I said, should be able
Okay.
to consume it, no problem. And drinking the glass would also lower a pip in hunger.
Yeah, sure, we'll do it. I didn't know if I had to like exert will to do so.
No,
Can
no,
you
no.
only can you only drink blood that has meth in it?
Methamphetamines, yeah. If they're not on ADHD meds, I can't touch them.
Why is it every fucking session I have, no matter what group I'm in, there's always someone on meth?
Well, I mean, technically, the soldiers he was up against were always cracked out on it.
It's just funny because when I was part of the werewolves, one of our werewolves was on meth too.
Oh no. Yeah, we'll take a sip of what we got going on.
Okay. Well, as you sit there and you drink on your, if you finish the glass again, you can remove one pip, one hunger. No problem. And then Theodosia will then arrive, and she's not as well, like up to like standard of how she is when she's meeting. Her hair is completely down, dragging behind her on the floor as she walks. Her hair is that long. And she goes, do you know what time it is right now? And you show up at my office without a proper meeting scheduled.
Well, you wanted information on this young lady, did you not?
Yes, 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 I do. Um she sits on
I
her
say we're right on time.
she sits on her desk. All right, please tell me what you have on this sister.
I'll take the token out and plop it on her desk.
Where'd you get this?
That's from Yvonne herself.
There's a little
Kept
parting
talking
gift
about
after
her.
their little date.
I wouldn't call it as such.
Who
Got
wouldn't want to be dragged into potentially getting dragged into a cult that's built underneath a church?
that
Crosses
worship
all in
some kind
the
of machine.
dumpster
It
and A little entrance in the back. It's cozy.
There'll be like what no commands whatsoever, nothing from her as she looks over at Marcelo and he looks at the symbol and he looks back at her and nods. Call Alex. I need to call for a hit.
It's like, whoa, hey, what's going on here?
I've got this. You did your job.
Mind
What,
telling us what that job accomplished?
Something that should have been buried a long time ago. And it should have been kept buried. I did not know anybody survived. Fuck.
So she was right in saying it was older than what we'd expect. What do you know about this little machine and saint thing going on?
She first machine.
That's what Yvonne kept going on about. Kept calling the guy who talked to, not talk to the machine, I guess, but wanted to make everybody equal, something like that, but would also still abide by a strength hierarchy.
Our
Equal.
creepy
It's
little
definitely some
roommate
cult
seems
shit.
to know a few things about her too.
She said equal.
Yeah, that's the words that came out of her mouth.
That's
It didn't make no
that's
sense.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he makes things equal. Oh, definitely makes things equal. Um you don't have to worry about her anymore.
Oh, so I don't have to go there the next flank moon?
Nope. You don't have to worry about her anymore. In fact, that'll be the last time you'll ever know she exists. Okay? Okay. I did not want to do this. Now, twice in a week. It's absolutely fucking bullshit.
Twice.
Well, one, I had to kill off two other camis because they decided that they wanted to put their play stupid games, win stupid prizes, as the new kids like to call it these days. And then we have another one who wants to play stupid games and win stupid prizes.
Ah, you mean your little display from the Elysium?
I'm not going to get too much into detail because, frankly, once she is gone, there should be no more living survivors of that time. Memphis
What's
is
so
a
special about
lot
it?
darker than you think.
Now hold on. She did mention having people she invited in to talk about this stuff with.
She's she's what? Oh,
Yeah, she's rebuilding that church and she's working underneath it, like Vance said. But she mentioned having invited people in.
okay.
There's one more thing. And Vince will bring out his phone and show her the picture of what Ophelia drew. Seems our creepy little roommate happens to know a little bit about this too. She's not very talkative, but she was at least willing to divulge this to me.
She bolted like a bat out of hell when I showed her the symbol.
Who's Ophelia? Your roommate. What are you talking about? There's supposed to be just you four in that house. Who is this other person living with you?
Uh, Roommate not entirely by choice.
She pinches the bridge of her nose. Okay. All right. She'll take the
I
phone
guess the
and
best,
she'll go through the pictures. Go ahead, keep talking. I'm listening.
I guess the best way to explain Ophelia would be Spectre.
And she drew this.
She's quite the artist. Fucking glitch.
Huh? I know.
Fucking chat.
Long dead sex friend. um. All right. All right. Right. Find out how deep she gets. I need to know. I need to know if she's influenced anybody to join her little party. So I'm gonna call it right now. Find out how deep it gets. Find out what exactly she is after. And what is she trying to find? Because clearly her coming out of the shadows, there is something much bigger that is planned, and I need to know what.
Now, hold on just a minute. This is some cult stuff.
Yeah.
That stuff gets dicey.
No, you're absolutely right. Last time it did almost cause an entire massacre. So and I don't even mean her kind, her group. I mean the city. So, yeah, that's the reason why I need to know what's going on. You don't need to know the extent of what I know. That is a need to know basis, because if it comes out of the information that I have, it's going to be hell in this fucking city, and I'm not having it no more.
I hate to tell you, but if I'm going to be getting as involved as I am, I'm going to need to know.
Vance will kind of pat Roy on the back. True enough, but in my line of experience, you don't need to know everything to know enough. We'll need to know. Vance will then kind of glance back over at the prince. Give us all the information that we need to do our jobs. If you need information from the city, that happens to be my expertise. I'll hit up all the contacts I know, and we'll see what we can find out. And we'll also see if we can take a closer look at this cellar of hers.
Probably a good idea. Um, in the meantime, I'm gonna get my sheriff out and the hounds to be well aware that there may need to be we have to assassinate her if it gets too far. Um, you're gonna be blunt. I will be telling you this. I'm not kidding when I'm telling you that if we do not find out what it is that she is after, it could be too late, and that's why I need you to find out. From what I can tell you, her religion goes back a long time. However, it didn't show up in Memphis until the mid 1800s. I don't know who she is. She could be a new change for all I care. But let's just
She
say
said
a man. Go ahead.
she was turned around the time everybody was settling in Tennessee, from what we talked about.
He could have been one of her first, for all I know. Okay. So there was a man who showed up, a vampire. He showed up in Memphis century ago, over plus. He started a following about how God abandoned his children as he was one of his first children. He showed these abilities that I've never seen a vampire have. He had a form that a vampire does not have. Let's just say once he started becoming a bigger threat, uh, we took care of the problem when we discovered his plan of You think the Sabbat are bad? These
I'll take it
worse.
these are a step up.
Yeah. Sabbats, while they are quite traitorous to the kindred kind, um, they still have some form of standard, right? Not him. Uh, his standard was his thing was humans are nothing but cattle, and if you are weak, you are cold.
That's probably why the messages didn't sound quite right. Wait a minute. You say you didn't know about the machine?
He he called something the machine. I honestly at that time things were not as modern time as sophisticated as it is now. We were still doing horse-drawn carriages. So when someone says something about a machine, it goes in one ear out the other. Not going to lie. We didn't
So
understand what it means, but he called God a machine.
here's the other problem. She's got people working with her in there, like regular Joe Schmoes.
It did seem to be humans rebuilding.
And she
I'll say
wasn't
there were
none quiet about what we were talking about.
They could be followers.
could be
Mm-hmm.
They could
She
be
did say she was
followers.
picking up some discarded folk.
And giving them a place of purpose. Makes sense. Okay.
It's a cult.
Marcelo, send Alexander a message that he needs to be on standby. We may have a problem needs to be taken out if it gets too far. And I do mean we need this handled as soon as possible. She cannot live. She will not live. I tell you, both of you. If you have, I don't know how much sympathy you have for her, but she will die. Uh, let's just say when he showed up and we became a problem, some of us original Memphis vampires took care of the problem. That's all you need to know.
Well, I have no personal attachments to her, so her ending up being a corpse is no problem of mine.
Good.
Anybody using anybody using equality as a smokescreen probably should be taken care of. Might be more
That being
authoritative than you.
well, that being said, it looks like you've got a second date to prepare for, and I gotta start scraping up some info on the streets. Feel like I'm back on the force again.
I know. I hate to ask. We're
What?
getting into all this. What's come of it?
Come. I'm sorry. Clarification.
We're getting into all this. What are we getting out of it?
You'll get payment. There was never going to be no payment. You know that. I'm good on my word. I'll forward you some money already into your accounts. You'll have it within the hour.
I'm not interested in money.
And what do you want?
Want the thin blood sent to our area.
The Thin Bloods.
Safe haven. Safe haven.
And you better keep them in line then.
I'll do what I can for him. Anything you find stepping out of toe, you more than welcome to take care of. Within, within our lines, they're all good.
I'll take the money. However, I prefer it if it was potentially sapped from the crime syndicate. They don't need their funding.
I'll see what I can do. You'll receive partial payment. You'll more like a deposit of your service. You'll get the full final bonus once we're done. Find out what she wants. Find out how many followers she has. Because if it goes deep, then we're gonna have to pull it from the roots.
Will do. Now, quick question for you.
Yeah.
Got a coffin we could sleep in for the night. It's going to get pretty late here in a second or two.
Coffin? Are you still trying to sleep in a coffin? Oh, my dear
Have it.
Ventru.
Have
My
it.
I I understand. You know what? She'll pull out her own phone and she'll try to do something and she'll hand over to Marcelo. Order him some beds, please.
Shit, I was just gonna stuff you in the trunk on the Uber back. Coffin enough for me.
You can stay the night. I have a spare room, 2 beds, blackened out windows.
Much appreciated.
You'll have your beds delivered tomorrow.
When is the next blank sky?
Blank sky. What do you
What do they call that? A new moon, full moon,
full moon is
moonless.
so you're looking for new moon. Um
She got real cryptic with it.
Apparently,
Apparently,
that's
she's
the
gonna
time
be
of their next meeting.
she's doing
Something
some
important
kind
going
of
down.
prayer ritual, one or the other.
Makes sense they do it during new moon actually. He was called the Saint of Shadows. I'm looking
Shadows, like six,
what?
like six. He's got that shadow tentacle thing.
Sure. I guess. It's a lot more than that. It's complicated. He called himself the Saint of Shadows, or his followers did, but he is something else.
She didn't call him a no saint of shadow, but she definitely kept referring to him as a saint of sort.
Yeah. Most cults or religions do contain a saint, don't they?
Yeah, they also contain a strength hierarchy or something to put somebody on top and somebody on the bottom. But that's just any society.
That's any society. It'll never not be there.
No, we never know.
You know, I've been around a long time. And in my millennia's time will never change. Human hierarchy will always be there.
I can't believe we live in this society.
Society.
Exactly.
I'm gonna make that call with Alexander. See if he can get his nose and I wonder if he can utilize his girlfriend. She does have a connection with weird groups.
Oh, you never know. He's very blatantly against the hierarchy.
He's such a fucking anarch.
Except I'm not, because the anarchs follow a similar hierarchy.
Marcel, if you can take. Be sure he ain't Sabat.
I eat burgers too often to be considered savant.
They could enjoy burgers, but anyways, uh, Marcelo will take you to the spare room. I'm gonna go make my call with the sheriff. Um, don't don't go into rooms that don't belong. Thank you. I don't want to have to cut off a hand or something. I'm not gonna do that actually. Just
Mama ain't raised no thief. And he is gonna go probably crash in one of them beds.
yep. Marcelo is going to take you to the spare room where both of you are in a. It's a pretty plain room. It's bare, not much there. The windows are completely blackened out. You can still see a little bit of the city, but no sun is allowed inside at this point. And it is pretty much just a square, basic room with no emotion. It's not meant to be somebody's home, just somewhere there to crash.
Yeah, while everyone's setting up to sleep, Vance is gonna pull out his phone and he's gonna call up Andre and see if he can garner any pulled strings on the police force to help out with this investigation.
Okay. So you're trying to let me see your thingy. I don't think we copy paste that text, did we? I believe it. Did you want to do your influence or
I think I'm probably gonna make that
uh, darn it.
on the influence side.
There's no text on the influence. Okay, hold on. It should be under 4. My headphones are sitting really weird on my head right now. I'm like fighting them right now, going, "Hello." I got Kitty. Kitty right there in front of me. He's sleeping. He's being a good boy. Anyways, enough me being a cat mom, guys. Uh, do, 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 do. I want. I believe it's under. It should be under fame. Is it under fame? No. Influence. Here it is. Wait, is it one of those? Hold on. Yeah, you're under influence. So. Okay, so you have a powerful influence within the city of Memphis. So you start making contacts. And when you do, I need you to go ahead and make me a advance. I want you to make me a charisma persuasion with additional pip, please.
All right.
With 1 point advantage. I believe so. I'm gonna read that again.
Persuasion, charisma. You said additional, just one additional pip.
Hold on, let me double check that. Yeah, go ahead and just actually do 2 pips for being
Okay.
powerful influence. 2 pips.
All right. And then what was the other constituent?
What do you mean? So it's a
I thought you said there was something else.
charisma. Yeah, it's charisma, persuasion +2. Go ahead. I'll just go ahead and roll
Okay.
it. Hey,
Ooh, nice.
nice. That's actually quite with a crit success of 5. Congratulations. You
I
rolled
do. I
first.
can count on you, Andre.
You do get some influence within the group, and there is uh you do get a message of, yeah, we'll take a look at what's going on. Do you send the symbol out to to some of the contacts within the police force of Memphis?
He'll send it to one, and he'll add the constituent. Keep this on the hush hush. This is touchy touchy information. But this person he's sending it to is the current chief of police, and also his successor. So it's someone that he trusts pretty much with his life.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So those are kind of like more of a enclosed contact with you. You'll send off the symbolism and everything, um, and they're gonna go ahead and do their research. It is still late at night. Most of them are asleep, or they will get to it when they are awake. They sadly are quite, they're not on the
Yeah,
clock, and you're,
he's not expecting them to get in immediate. He's
yeah.
mainly just kind of working in advance to see if he can get favors out.
Yeah. So go ahead and we're gonna head and do that. And if you'd like, we can go ahead and the night there for the day.
Perfect.
So while you guys sleep, hey Jake, do you want to have a conversation with Alex? I'm not sure what you're doing. Or we could do this off session. Sure. Cool.
Oh, hi there.
Hello.
Hello.
Not sure if you're busy, but
I'm not.
you get a message from the prince herself. She sends you a message, though she is very trying so hard to utilize her smartphone. She's getting better at it. It is still a struggle. New technology before she could walk, basically. Going, I need you to call me now.
And he will call her.
She answers you. She'll answer the phone, and she goes, "We got a problem."
What flavor?
The flavor that should be extinct. Got a an old cult back in the start of Memphis has shown up again. It should have been dead a long time ago. I thought we killed it all. This before I went into torpor.
Any clue on their motives?
I know, not necessarily. I'm sending the others back out to figure out what exactly she wants. The You see, there's a bit of a struggle. There was a vampire. I've never seen his kind before. I've been around a long time. His powers were both vampire and something else. I couldn't tell what it is. I've never seen it. He started influencing individuals, and those he deemed weak were slaughtered. So we got rid of him. Not necessarily. Can't couldn't really get rid of him. Um one of his heads, somebody within his religion has survived. And do you remember the mission for Yvonne? The one that I was like, where is some of that I didn't know who she was or and I need information? The one we sent the one you thought was stupid
The
of
teddy
me.
bear Ventru and the feral police officer,
Yes,
yes.
yes. She is part of his cult.
I see.
If I do not get the answers that I seek, or she becomes a threat, I need you to kill her. I don't care how, I don't care when. Until I specify otherwise, when I tell you to kill her, you kill her. I don't want any questions.
That's what I'm here for, Prince.
I know you have a better capability of at least doing it long range.
That I certainly do. Do you want me to aid in the investigation with my resources?
Yes. Another person to ask who dabbles in the weird is your girlfriend. See if she can get her fingers into it. See if she can get her feelers out to her her connections. See if there's anything that stands out.
Fight one cult with three. Makes sense. The irony is not lost on me. It will be done.
Good.
She seems quite adept at putting her fingers in things.
Actually,
Have the overwhelming urge to shoot a police officer.
why?
I don't know.
Okay.
Hashtag fuck cops.
Is that how you do that? How do you do that? Like people have been doing this on this thing called the X, which is weird.
Yeah. I could give you a rundown sometime. I taught an old Bruja how to use it.
Okay.
Is the prince also computer illiterate?
If you will it, I'll start running courses for all our vampires.
Uh, I'll catch up eventually. I'm not stupid. Just I come into a world full of a lot of new things. I need some time to learn. I'll be fine.
On the list of things, Twitter is not high up on your list of priorities.
Yeah. There's been some humans who've been getting themselves into too much trouble. I Yeah, you're right. I should get hold delete. Okay, it's off my phone now. No. I do I hope I was not disturbing you out of whatever you were doing.
Conversing with an old friend about the movements of demons.
Right. Demons. You know, I've never actually met one.
Count that as a blessing, Mom. They come in all shapes and sizes.
Much like everything else in the world. Um, put that on potential research. I'm wondering if this saint had anything to do with demonic. Just putting that out there. Something I've never experienced. It makes a little bit of sense.
I have plenty of experience with demons. If she has ties to demons, I should know within the next 48 hours.
I appreciate it. All right, then I will let you to your converse with whoever that you're speaking with.
I do have a personal question, Mom.
Of course.
Is the teddy bear Ventru sleeping in beds yet?
I've ordered him a mattress. It'll be at his house tomorrow.
What sort of barbarian?
I don't know who Who came up with the idea that we sleep in coffins? Back in my day, we slept in a bed.
I can tell you who it was. It was Troy Baker. This man reads too many books.
Is he alive? Can I go kill him?
No, he's the man who wrote Dracula. He's very much dead.
I've met Dracula. They're not like that.
It's supposed to. I heard it's an autobiography.
Is it?
It's
Well,
supposed to be.
yeah, you're right. He was
Sort of.
kind of full of
Movie.
himself. I'm not going to get a conversation of that asshole. Fucking Zimichi.
Quite. Well, fleshnitters aside, I will get right on that.
Good.
I'll bring Alice into the fold and see if her people have picked up anything.
Makes sense. All right. I'll leave it to it.
Good evening, Mom.
Good evening. She'll hang up the phone, leaving Alex to his accord. And the rest of the night will go smoothly. No problems. I thank you, Jake. I was like, I thought it would be a little cute little thing. I appreciate you.
Nice.
Is he still here? I can't hear anything.
No, he left. He left.
God damn
Yeah, he
it!
left.
Little fuck. Okay. Okay, I appreciate you. So, the next day, you are just left to meet with Marcello. The prince is, or the next night. So go ahead and roll me hunger as well. Rouse check. Hunger dice check. Thank you.
Okay.
New night. All right, you both are a little hungry. With both of them have failed their rouse check. You are definitely a fucking sheriff weasel. You're right. And you are all kind of awoken. You both have a blood pouch set on the actually with a food tray coming in with a selection of blood pouches, blood bags.
Hmm. I see.
And Marcelo will look to Vance straight from the farm.
You are a man of wonders. And he'll grab one and he'll go ahead and drink from it.
It's definitely this would be pig's blood.
Miss the taste of pulled pork.
Oh
Feels
my.
like I'm back in Fort again.
We've already called in for a car to send you back to Memphis. The prince is already putting in plans if anything goes awry.
Roger that. When's the next new moon again?
Oh, it will be in 24 hours.
No, tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, let's head on home.
That indeed.
Get a shuffle on.
Vance will look over to Marcel as well. Let your prince know that I've got men on the ground. We'll find out everything we need to know.
Good. Sooner this gets taken care of, the better it is for everybody. And he will take the tray after you guys get your blood bags and he walks it away. So what do you do in the meantime? Do you get ready to go ahead and head back to Memphis, or you're going to go do some stuff in Nashville first?
Vance is very like on point when it comes to his work, so he's
Mm,
gonna go ahead and set up to head back to Memphis so he can get the information he needs.
okay.
Got
Royce.
flowers and tending to.
Oh, you do have flowers that needs tending to.
I feel he's gonna be pissed.
So you take the 3 hours back to Memphis. And when you arrive at the house, you come inside and you immediately see Ophelia, who is standing at one of the windows, staring down at her flowers.
I'm gonna
But
feed and water Aurelio and then go put the flowers
you
in
will be
water.
surprised that his bowl has food in it and there is water in his bowl.
Yeah. Okay. I guess I'll go tend to the flowers then.
Well,
Midnight
Ophelia,
gardening.
yeah, during your prepping for the gardening, Ophelia will be looking out at the outside the window, watching you.
Going to wave to the specter.
There's just blinking in your direction.
Yep. I'm gonna continue fixing up the garden.
Now, as you're fixing up the garden, Vance, what do you do in the meantime while you're prepping to make sure that everything is, I guess, what you're trying to gather information? Is there, are you trying to cop this by making a bulletin board where you make things, put things together?
Yeah, Vance is gonna go into kind of resurgence into his police years, and he's gonna start putting together. He's gonna get files up. He's gonna start getting together some contacts, trying to find some people. He's gonna grab a thing of gin and sip on that while he's doing his thing.
All right. As you do, you also receive you as you are, even though you're an old man, you are pretty tech savvy. You do receive emails from some of your connections. Can you roll me a d10 for me? See
Yes.
how much information is going to be then given to you.
R dash D10.
Yep. Yeah, slash R d10.
Oh, slash R D10. It says not valid command. Shoot.
So it's so forward slash, hold on,
Forward slash
forward slash
R.
R space D10.
Oh, okay. It needs a space.
Yep.
That's what I was doing wrong.
I
There we go.
appreciate it.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool.
Hell yeah.
With that D10, would you stop wiggling in my arms? Damn it. I'm trying to concentrate. As you get these emails, you get emails of 3 cases, and they span over the last 100 years. There was a case back in 1914 where a man who had some form of political influence at the city of Memphis was found slaughtered in his office. He was tied up to his chair, and you see as blood is smeared across along the wall behind him, leaving him to be the center, and where if you were to put up the pendant, it looks like he was the Y. He's part of the Y in the symbol. Then you go back into 1946, where an entire family is drained of every last drop of blood. Women, children, and husband, all slaughtered and drained for their blood. And the blood was used in a form of ritualistic component with candles everywhere. And then now we're back to 1982 is the third case where you found a dorm room of females that were also similarly killed off like the previous cases. Their blood drained and used as some form of sacrifice. However, the police had no true connections because they were all spanned since the 1910s. Made no sense at the time from 1910 to 1982. So it made no sense for a connection there, but they were all done the same way. Speculations within the reports that it could have been a copycat. No other forms of symbols are found in any form of history. They use academics, researchers, field agents, even gone as deep as the FBI. There were no true connections or no named group. And they were all within the city of Memphis.
I knew I could count on my boys for good info. Well done, MPD. And he's gonna start kind of putting together his little connections board and relay forward some emails. Does he have any sort of way to relay information to like the prince or
Um,
like the prince staff at all?
yes, you were before you left would have been given a business card for Marcelo. He was going to be your intermittent connection between the prince, as that is his job. He handles everything in the face, while the sheriff handles everything else regarding discipline.
Vance will go ahead and start forwarding these as encrypted emails to Marcelo.
Okay. Marcelo would then send you a text message going, "Thanks, I'll relay this straight to the prince." And then the prince will relay it to Alex to keep him up to date, his sheriff up to date, so that all parties are on the same page with each other.
Fucking perfect 10. Way to go, Vance.
Hell yeah.
Depends on how many you gotten, how many cases you would have gotten.
After sending the email, Vance will kind of like lean back in a chair and take a sip of his gin. Just like the old days.
Well, now you are with a. Are you doing this on like one of those like uh the classic wooden panel that you can like the boards that you can flip, turn around, and do the other? Or are you doing like a wall with tape and sticky notes and strings and?
Uh, Vance is gonna do it kind of like a wall. As a matter of fact, he's just gonna use the wall that Ophelia vandalized, just because he figures that's important enough. It's like, I'll go ahead and turn this into my makeshift office for now.
Okay.
So he's like pulled a desk over from the other side of the room and kind of set himself up to have like a little office in that particular room. And he just posted all like the important information just along the wall right next to Ophelia's drawing.
Okay. I would like you to roll me one thing for me. I want to see if you're
Mhm.
able to kind of dissect things a little more. Roll me an
Okay,
intelligence insight.
got it. Intelligence, insight. Where the fuck is insight? There's insight. Yeah.
I'm sitting here looking at both of you, and your highest stat is fucking composure is crazy.
We're very well composed individuals.
And you're fucking old.
Well, considering what we both used to do, it makes sense that we'd have to be composed.
That is true.
Ah, fuck me. I used up all my luck on that D10.
You would always repower,
I'll,
reroll.
I was about to say, I'll go ahead and run a reroll on that.
Do you want to try it yourself and see if it works for you? I'm not sure if you've done that yet.
It works. So it's giving me 5 dice to roll. What's the max amount I'm allowed on this thing?
Why? So you right clicked and what willpower rerolled?
Uh, no, I left clicked on that.
Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to be right click. Are you left
Yeah, it's
handed?
not giving me a no.
Oh, so you right click the roll itself, like your roll. It'll bring up like a window, or it says right above it.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I see. Hang on. All right, there we go. Now I know what I'm doing.
Okay, cool.
Let's see. Willpower reroll.
Roll.
Oh, it's
Okay,
not showing the dice for me to select. Shoot.
it's okay. I got it for you. It's probably just
All right,
bugged for
thanks.
you.
Yeah,
It's
I was
okay.
about to say it's probably that thing with Forge.
So you have one success. Okay. So you don't really
Damn.
notice anything particularly. Um, it doesn't. Nothing really right now stands out. So, but you will have a glorious mood board of crime.
Oh, I'll sit on this one for a little bit. Matters is I got information. I like to keep the ball rolling. He'll he'll shout out to the next room. Hey Roy, check out my masterpiece.
What on earth are you talking about? Dust off the garden from his hands and come take a peek. I thought I told you were cleaning this up.
I did.
Went ahead and made a bigger
Except
mess.
rather than I did more of a rather than cleaning, I did more improving.
I've seen more field war rooms that look cleaner than this.
Albert Einstein said, if a cluttered desk is the sign of a cluttered mind, what's an empty desk?"
You didn't put anything on the desk. That's the problem. It's on the wall, Vance.
The wall
It's
is
on the
my
wall.
desk.
The desk is your desk. The
The
wall
desk
is the
is a
wall.
footrest and a place for my gin. The wall is where the magic happens. And I am a wizard. Vance is very proud of himself right now.
Ophelia's gonna get you.
Do you have a fax machine? I can't remember. Would you say
What's that?
Vance? Would Vance have a fax machine?
uh,
Or do you have just a normal printer?
I'd say he has he would have probably have a regular printer.
Okay. Um, I'm gonna roll this myself.
Am I getting a fax?
Okay. So, as you guys are sitting there arguing about the idea of what's actually a desk and what's actually a wall, and Vance sitting there proud with his work. Vance, your printer is going off.
What's going on over here? He'll go and take a look at it.
You realize that there is an article being printed out. A newspaper article. It looks old. No pictures. It looks like something you would see in like the Penny Dreadfuls, old timey newspaper. And it's an article written of a woman who was slaughtered in
Hey
a
Roy, come take a look at this.
in a ritualistic way.
Let's take a peek. All right, let's read this up.
So it reads, dated back in 1869, of a woman by the name of. Hold on, let me do it actually. Let's do a. Because I don't think I actually named her. All right. By the name of Mabel, who Mabel Gainsworth, who was sacrificed for some devil cult, and her killers are still at large.
Hmm.
Vance has a big wide grin kind of peeking underneath his mustache, and he's gonna start moving over to his board and pin it in the accurate the right place. I'll have to see if I can get Andre to get a few get a few names out for that at large killer. Might be one of those contacts we need to take out.
So you both are standing there staring at the case board that was made by Vance. You see the various bodies, the notes of the case itself. You have the article, and right next to it is the large painted mural of this saint that Ophelia painted. You sit there contemplating the connections, looking for any form of clue. Roy, do you want to take a look and see if you can find any form of connection between the two other than the blood sacrifice?
Sure. Let's delve into it. What kind of role do you want?
Intelligence, insight. Nice. If you were to draw a circle around the bodies, other than the first gentleman, if you went to the other two and you were drawn a circle, the bodies are all positioned as if to be the symbol within the circle.
Hmm. Okay. Question. Do these dates line up with new moons?
Oh. You're gonna have to do the research for that. Would you like to do the research for that?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that will have to be intelligence investigation.
Actually.
Can Vance also do a roll on this?
Yes, you're.
I'm gonna look over to Vance. Um, you know if these coincide with new moons? Because I don't have a way to look it up.
Let me
Yes.
get my
And
targets lined up here.
intelligence and investigation and inquiring the dates of the
I have
murders.
so many pips in all of these. Please.
Six
Yes!
success
So
Woohoo!
with a crit.
Vince is gonna kind of look over to Roy. It's like, you ever consider joining the force?
man, I'm not a big fan of cops.
You'll warm up eventually. Make a great detective.
Feel
Anyways,
slightly insulted by that.
So the each and every single one of the dates of the nights of the murders all reside under a new moon.
it all lines up.
Well,
That's
that
not good
prince ain't
news,
going.
though.
Yeah, that prince ain't gonna like what we're gonna have to do.
If we don't act fast, we might have another dead body soon.
Well, know anywhere we can get a couple guns?
The coterie has an armory, right?
Yeah, yeah, you guys got an armory. You have guns.
Let's go take a look at the treasure box.
Let's go pony up. We need you to find out what's going on in here and how deep this goes. They're gonna kill an innocent person the next new moon. Well, fuck. It's the worst buddy cop film, but I love it.
We haven't even had an opportunity to do good cop, bad cop yet. Vance has just been using you as his fucking walking information board.
Now that we know they're gonna kill somebody, you can't exactly turn away from it. It goes against our coterie. Bad cop, Teddy cop. Oh boy.
Teddy cop.
Let's load up on some stuff. Uh what guns do we have in the armory? That's a better question.
Okay, we did not specify what it is. So it'll be now this time will be the day that we decide what it is and that will what you will have forever. So, you do have a choice of what kind of gun that you would like to possess.
Roy's obviously gonna go for a trench gun.
A trench gun? Okay.
Yep.
Vance is gonna go for uh, stuff that goes a little bit closer to his roots. He's gonna get himself a 45 Magnum revolver and a pump action shotgun.
Oh my god, we're going in loud as all hell.
So you're going for a Winchester Model 1897
Yes.
for a trench gun?
Oh, he's not getting the trench gun. Just getting a pistol and
No, Roy wants a trench gun. I looked up trench gun. The trench gun is a Winchester Model 1897. Okay.
Considered a relic from his past.
Okay. All right. And what are you getting again, Vance? My apologies.
Vance is gonna get a Colt 45 Magnum revolver and a stockless pump action shotgun with incendiary.
Okay.
All right. Well, I think it's time we go knock on a few doors.
Let's get to work.
Question for you.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
You got a car by any chance? Or are we walking with these things just out in broad moonlight?
Well, Vance
we just we just strapped up. And we just take a moment to kind of look it over. Like, are we taking an Uber or are we walking there?
Well, I mean, it was within walking distance, but At the same time, Vance, can Vance go see if he can get in with one of his contacts at the police force to get an undercover vehicle?
Um, I mean, you could. You'll have to roll for it.
What do I need to roll?
Roll me a 1d10, please.
Stand by. I'm on fire right now.
Actually, I do it for potential odds and evens. So, uh, yeah, you can contact one of your old buddies. He's like, yeah, we got a spare right now. We just got it out, just got it taken out, off, basically offline. So it's no longer used. It's an older SUV, but you can definitely use it. It's blackened.
Perfect. Vance gets off the phone and he's turns over to Roy. You ever ridden in an undercover vehicle before?
Ridden in a couple vehicles. Not sure if I've ever been one that's undercover.
You're about to step into what the police force considers a limousine.
uh, I dislike this, but we'll roll with it anyway.
All right.
Human Care Bear limits the Nines walking down Main Street. Is this something I should be worried about? A fucking unmarked Trans Am? The himbos of hazard. Let's go.
The Chevy Suburban, okay? Love the damn things. It's the closest thing to a tank that the American police force has.
So you drive in this unmarked vehicle and you arrive at the church. You park kind of off the side where you can still keep an eye without being too much in view, I guess, to be, to be hit. So far there is really not much activity other than the construction. You do see them coming back and forth, just grabbing some wood, bringing it inside, tossing trash and garbage and debris into the dumpster. And then there's Yvonne. He's gonna come as the guys go in. She's gonna take a step out, look outside, enjoy the night air from the front door, and then head back inside to continue the work inside.
We go into this loud. We might be getting her attention.
Well, luckily, we have a little secret entrance into the back that we can use.
All right, let's get it done. Lead the way.
Vance is gonna go ahead and get out of the vehicle and lead Roy to the back cellar, the chained up back cellar door.
All right.
All right.
You go to the back. We're in kind of like in this facility. It's a bit closed off from the public. You wouldn't be seeing it from the streets. Where you find yourself a cellar door, old classic southern cellar door, chained up with some very nice thick chains with a lock.
Keep an eye out. I'm gonna try to stock bash the chain off or the lock off.
All right, roll me. Ooh, you're using a weapon for this.
Yeah, the butt end of the shotgun.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and just have you roll the strength athletics.
Strength athletics.
Or athletic strength, yeah. Oh, good. You just need a 3 to succeed. Um, doing so as soon as you hit it, so 1, 2, and then on the third hit, immediately it pops open, and you're able to get the chain from around the handles of the cellar doors.
All right, let's get a move on.
Right then. They'll make their way in.
I'm dragging the southern out of you. I'm so sorry, buddy.
I'll own it.
So
All right,
you,
once he's headed down the stairs, I'm gonna follow back by watching out
yep.
behind us.
So you walk down the cellar stairs and you come down to the basement. Now, this basement, whatever was in there is no longer there. It is quite an opened, stone walled basement where the walls are littered with symbols. Symbols that are not in the vampire alphabet.
Oh, I get some pictures of this stuff.
And it's written in blood. You can smell the copper. You see candles scattered. And then you see something poking beneath a cloth, like a tarp. You see also a cage hidden as well.
Vance will start to approach the cage.
Okay.
Keep an eye on the thing that's covered while he approaches, just making sure nothing pops up at him.
You approach. Do you remove the tarp?
Vance will pull it up and look underneath the tarp.
You pull the tarp, and underneath you do see bodies that are huddled up in complete fear as you see a woman and a child, bruised, dirty, shackled, malnourished. Both of them. She's holding the child and she is looking up at you with extreme fear and protectiveness of the child that is in there with her.
Vance turns around to Roy. Looks like we showed up just in time. They're alive.
Yeah, let's get them to the truck.
Vance will go ahead and is the cage locked? I imagine, or is it
Yeah, the cage is definitely
openable?
the cage is locked. There is a padlock on it.
All right. Vance will go ahead and try and actually Vance will kind of motion to Roy to break off the padlock. He trusts in his strength a little bit more.
Or I'll move forward.
Vance will swing over and cover his 6.
All right, here we go.
That's all it needs. So,
Perfect.
in fact, it takes one hit in that padlock. It's just there to keep them in. They're not very strong. Humans aren't very strong compared to vampires. So it's not meant to be there more to prevent somebody from getting them out. It's preventing them from getting out. And you knock it off and the cage door swings open.
Let's get going. Let's move.
Vance will kind of swing back in and reach his hand out to the 2. Come on now. You're in the safety of the MPD right now.
The strange woman, she's upstairs.
You okay? Get moving. We'll cover you out of here.
She picks up the child and she immediately follows suit as you guys move them out.
As we're heading out, there was one thing we didn't check. If I'm not mistaken, there was a table that was covered.
Yeah, there are
as we're kind of.
tables and everything like that. Yes, there's a table that contains different oddities and books.
Can I grab a few of the books on our way out?
Sure.
Like stuff
Um
them up under my shoulder.
yeah, if you want to take some of whatever that's there, you can,
Mhm.
whatever book is there. Yes, of course.
Yep, I'll snag a few of them on our way out. Not enough to like lag behind too much, but just enough to grab something from in here in case we come back and it's all fucking just gone.
Yep.
All right. So we skip out. We have the two people, and I guess we head back to the car. If I'm not, if we can, I don't know what happens after we get on the cellar.
Yeah. For now, Vance is gonna prioritize getting these two to safety first.
Okay.
He's actually gonna see if he can get in contact with any nearby police officers to potentially take them into custody and give them refuge.
We do have a radio, don't we?
Well, Vance has
In the
his
other mic?
contacts from
Oh,
the
right.
police force, so
As you get into the truck and everything and start to drive away, immediately Yvonne will appear in the yard of the church, looking at both of you.
Oh, as we're in the car, or as we're driving off.
As you are driving off. As you start to go drive off, she appears
Do
in
we
the
make eye
yard.
contact?
You are more than welcome to make eye contact if you like.
I mean, is she already looking at us, or
Yes.
is she like just kind of looking around?
she
No.
does. I think he's asking, does she know that we were there?
Um, it doesn't take a genius with the noise you made.
Hmm.
I'll
You
wave one of
Vance
the
is
books at her as we drive by.
don't fucking do that. You're so gross.
you fucking
Vance is also going to, as they're driving off, give uh, what was what was the name of the prince's assistant again?
Marcelo.
Marcelo. He's going to give Marcelo a call and let him know, hey, if you're going to go ahead and make a hit, do it now or do it soon.
Not now. Now'd be good.
All right. I'll let her know. And then you guys drive off. And you take the woman and child to a police officer. Would it be your contact actually? Would you want not your contact but your touchstone?
Yeah, he's gonna go ahead and get in contact with Andre, and since this is an investigation, he's kind of doing um kind of under the guise alongside him. He trusts Andre to be his primary contact,
Okay.
so he's gonna get in contact with him and turn over custody of the woman and the child to Andre.
You meet up with Andre, which it's more like you guys meet up near a diner. That because it's just better than to draw them to a police station and might draw too much attention. But he will take both of them and go in. I've got it. What's going on?
Shady business, but as you
Nothing.
know,
Nothing new.
I have. Oh yeah. Well, if you know my history, I happen to have a knack for taking care of that kind of shady business.
You know, I'm gonna get a report from them and then see if a judge will establish some form of witness protection, at least to keep them safe.
I know you will, friend. In the
Of course.
meantime, I've got people on, well, my sketchy end of the world doing their thing. They'll take care of it. But of course, I'll trust the protection of Memphis to take care of the rest.
All right. Good to see you again.
Always.
He'll take the woman and child, he'll put them into his vehicle, which he does not drive a marked vehicle himself, and he'll take them to safety. Get them cleaned up, bathed and fed, or clothed and fed.
Vance, you're not gonna like this.
What's wrong?
We're gonna have to go back.
Planning on finishing the job?
She said he was upstairs. That ritual room's still rare and ready to go.
Well, let's do the cleanup then.
All right. Let's let's stop at one of them UPSs.
Sorry, what? What for?
Need to mail this to the prince. He holds out the books.
All right then.
It's late at night. There's no UPS open.
No.
Say, are we
He doesn't
gonna-
know that.
Let's go kill some fuckers. But first, we gotta drop by FedEx.
His main concern is just getting this to the prince in any event. Because if he just drops it at the house, it's just going to stay at the house.
Vance is gonna look over to Roy. You know how to drive?
Yeah.
Take the wheel. I'll go ahead and screenshot these over to the prince.
Right on. You'll slip into the driver's seat and I'll head towards the church again.
Meanwhile, Vance is gonna start taking some pictures of the books and start forwarding them to Marcello. And then in the meantime, he'll go ahead and just keep the books in the glove compartment.
Okay. So you guys drive back to the church. You see
Yep.
that the lights are no longer as on as they used to be. There are some flickering of candlelight through whatever window is left that is not boarded up. And the front door is cracked.
You seeing this?
Let's take a look.
All right, let's go.
Vance will step out and he'll kind of have his Colt 45 kind of at the ready.
Shotgun's out. There's no playing around. The trench is out. Out and at the up. Oh shit.
Huh?
I guess we approach the front door.
Yep.
Okay. So as you approach the front door, you open it, correct? You kind of look inside.
Yeah, I'll push it open.
As you do, the room is quite dark, but at the door, you can hear it. The sounds of drip, 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 drip. And the smell of copper in the air. Fresh
What are we looking at?
copper. And when you open the door to look all the way in, you see the two handymen. No longer quite handy, as they are now dangling from the ceiling in a pose to make the letter the symbol that you see on the symbol that was given to you, as their throats are completely slit from ear to ear, and both of their hands are removed from their bodies. And all you can see is blood pooling the floor onto the floor beneath them. And on one of the lovely benches right there next to it lies a lovely little letter with the name Roy written in beautiful handwriting.
Take a look at it.
You read it, and it says, "To the dearest of Roys, Thank you for stopping by and taking interest in my religion. I haven't really been able to talk about it much to anybody on how I feel about it, and you accepted it. And I thank you so much for that. But sadly, I do have a duty to my God, to the one that gives me power and gives me faith. Blood was gonna spill either way. You just chose the victims. Have a good evening. Until next time. Yvonne.
Crazy fucking cults. Let's go check that cellar out.
Vance will go
How much
ahead
we
and
can...
move in.
As you go down to the cellar, the walls are now, the symbols that were left are now smeared away by fresh blood. Any physical object has been taken out, leaving just the mess.
Yeah. Well, good thing we at least got one of the books. Anything that fancy friend of yours got on it yet?
I'll be looking into it. As for now, looks like we got someone on a Camarilla hit list. We'll leave that to the prince and her little cavalry to take care of.
Got this sinking suspicion we're going to catch some hell for jumping the gun a bit.
I'm here to do my duty. And it's been done.
Fair enough. Let's skip out of here.
Right in.
As you leave the now the blood tarnished church, we're gonna end the session. Well, you saved an innocent woman and child. Congratulations.
Yeah, and they had to pick from their own flock to get those two. So
I was about to say at that point the other two, they were already kind of part of the cult, so that was them just kind of, they got their sacrifice. Vance
but
is
now
just
we don't
happy
know,
it wasn't out of innocent blood.
and we still don't know how deep this thing goes. And he was there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no! Did we report that? We should.
Did you say
Oh yeah,
he was
oh yeah,
there?
Vance.
Oh, if you want to
He's
say.
upstairs.
No, she said the woman said the strange woman is upstairs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind then.
But yeah, once they get back, Vance is relaying all the information to Marcelo.
But yes. Congratulations! Woo!
Let's go. God, Vance is a fucking king on this shit. 2d10s, one was a 10, one was an 8. Happy old policeman noises.
What'd you get to do? Well, we busted up a cult location, stole one of their books that apparently they need because apparently all the other physical tools were taken.
Mm.
So whatever this book has might be important.
And Vance has a car now.
And we got a car. Let's go.
All right, guys. I do appreciate everybody who's shown up today for our third session of Vampires. Now, Vampire Masquerade. Now, to let everybody know, pardon? I thought I just heard Keo. Care Bear and Copper. I really did think. I really thought for a second I heard Keo.
I don't think so. No one entered the VC.
Okay, cool. Maybe I'm just hearing things. All right, so in August we do have a schedule. I will be posting it on our X as well as our uh, Blue Sky. I will be posting links to Blue Sky as well if anybody wants to. What is that? Dopey. Shizo? What is that? Did I just say a slur?
What?
They're trying to use that instead of
Oh,
the slang.
schizo. Okay. Okay, listen. Yes, I know. I am hearing things apparently. So I'll be posting the calendar today, and then but then yeah, next session will be Demon on the 4th on Monday, and then Hunter on the 9th next Saturday. That's gonna be an interesting session. I'm gonna probably watch into that as well while I'm doing cleaning. So it's gonna be just 2 sessions next week, and then we'll start it again for the 10th with Changeling. But I do appreciate everybody showing up. Again, if you could, we do have a YouTube channel, which I don't even think we have it linked yet, but I do have that. Please do not hesitate to like and subscribe. Show some support. It's how we can grow. Please, we appreciate it. We've been doing such hard work. But yeah, I do appreciate everybody showing up. Thank you for showing up to my players for playing. I'll give you your XP after I end stream.
Awesome.
And again, sleep like the dead. Love you guys. Bye.